Yo, can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. I don't have my phone to check. So everything should be good. All right, good to go. All right, got the chat already popping. What's going on, everybody? It has been a while. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and a blessed Monday. I just came back yesterday from a cruise for a whole week. So I caught up. I watched SummerSlam today. Well, earlier this morning, way early, like as soon as I got in. So it was relaxing to spend time with my wife, my little boo thing. Uh, I had to get a new phone today because while I was out there, my phone decided to take a dip in the water. Actually, I had a phone case, and the case didn't case, if that makes sense. You know, those pouches and things like that. So my phone was baptized and it didn't come back. So I got a new phone today. So I know a lot of things been going on. I've been messaging people and things like that. But I did watch SummerSlam, so I did want to talk about that. And I also wanted to talk about a couple C3 Ultimate Wrestling business that we got. I'm not going to say everything, but y'all know what it is. Before anything else, you guys know I like to say what I'm doing in the future. In August 19th, we have We Are Legion from Now That's Wrestling. Going back to Appleton, I feel like it's been over 4 months since I've been to Wisconsin, so I do miss the people out there. It's going to be a great show. I'm tagging with a former rival and Mike Jarrett against two people from the McClure family. So if you guys are in the Appleton, Wisconsin area, or if you want some great wrestling, go there. There's also Roper Mania. That's next week on the 12th. Well, this week on the 12th. Also, I know you guys have seen the announcement that we Just Amazing had to vacate because of serious injury and everything like that. So the winner of the Battle Royal and the main event of the Amazing World, we're going to keep the name. They will be the new champs. So you guys should definitely want to be there to see a new champ. There's a lot of entrants. We will talk about the entrants in the future. Some of you guys know who they will be and everything like that, but it's going to be a great show. One of the first matches announced, which I will share on the C3 page, will be legit the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Tag Team Champions going against the Spirit of Detroit. This is a match that we've been trying to do for a while, for years. And I'm just glad that it's finally happening with a lot of things going with our lives, ups and downs, cancellations of shows, personal things and everything like that. Sometimes we got to persevere. So I'm very happy that this match is happening. I'm very happy that this is happening exclusively on C3 Ultimate Wrestling. So October 14th, The Amazing World, one of the first matches announced, is for the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Tag Team Championships. You guys do not want to miss that. Joseph has been trying his best to get those tag titles. Even I was a partner, and we fell up short because of a miscommunication. Just got to get better with tag psych and ring psychology with tag teams and things like that. But legit, they are what their name calls them. They are legit. So I'm looking forward to this match. I am very excited for this match. Jonte returns. It's been a while and everything like that. You know, he doesn't hold back on podcasts or his social media on how he feels about how the game is and things like that. So this would be a great match. All right. I got comments. I'm going to read my comments real quick before I go on to SummerSlam. Okay, everybody heard me. Let's talk about bad booking. Look, that could go many ways, especially if it goes into to SummerSlam. If I think I know what you're talking about. What up, Dre? What up, Brett? Shout out to everything you continue to do. Okay, everybody heard me. See, look, now I'm not gonna be here long. I'm trying not to be here long. I gotta cook. I gotta cook because I'll invite people and then it'd be 10 o'clock. You talk about the battle royal. Yep, it will definitely be a good match. Shout out to you, Martel. All right, so since your friend request, I want to talk to you about a pair podcast and fish. All right, I'm all right. Okay, I'll talk to you. No problem. What was it? SummerSlam. So I thought SummerSlam was pretty decent. I thought it was pretty good. I do understand some people's frustrations, and that's not even just people who watched it. I know there were many. Becky was upset because her match got pulled, and I believe Rhea was supposed to have a match, and a lot of those matches were spread out, and they only had 2 women's matches, and one of them was good, and the other one, yeah, going into the matches, we just gonna go into the matches. Oh man, I'm about to say, I was like, man, we definitely we definitely did it. I was confused. I thought you was talking to me. I was like, oh, we got a bot in the building because I was like, he definitely interviewed me last year. But oh yeah, Martel is great people. Yeah, but I thoroughly enjoyed SummerSlam. Some was predictable, some wasn't. Some, even if it was predictable, I enjoyed it for the most part. So let me see. I got banners. Okay. Also, The Amazing World is sponsored by Limelight Comics. Got a lot of big things going on with them. David Green, shout out to everything that you continue to do. We are also sponsored by, I'm sorry if it's going slow, StreamYard is StreamYarding. Young Expressions presents a penny for your thoughts. Y'all guys know how much I love those cookies. So if y'all don't buy a cookie, I will buy them all. So don't even worry about that. We have DJ Dose from Dark Hazard Beats. He's going to be the DJ again. Shout out to everything he continues to do, sending me amazing music and things to use for the show, and saving me from a lot of issues that I was having with my audio equipment. We'll also have commentary by Yellow Pill Coffee Company, aka Kevin Young Sr. So make sure y'all subscribe to his channel as well. I will also say this about The Amazing World, as we are unraveling matches and showing people. Got a couple debuts, so that's one of those things that I'm very happy with. Ever since running C3, is we've had a debut or a fresh match or fresh matches since we started. So show number 11, I'm proud of myself. Like, you've seen people face each other before, other companies, other times, and things like that. But you've also had fresh matches and things like that. Sometimes I want to give matches to where you be like, oh, okay, that should be a good match. Oh, how did this person come here and stuff like that? That's going to be good. So. Okay, we'll go randomly. I did not like either women's match. Okay. The MMA match, I'll start with that one. All right, because Atlas says both matches, the finish, especially the title match. But Bailey, stupid thick. All right, Myron, look here. All right, so I understand. I would understand if I was either Trish Stratus or Becky Lynch, and to have a match that low key had bigger reaction than this one, and to be scrapped for 2 women matches. Now, this match right here, no disrespect to these women, it just wasn't good. It didn't feel authentic, and for these women to have MMA backgrounds, it just didn't work. It didn't work. The funny thing is, Riddle and Rollins had more of an intense MMA match. Remember in Extreme Rules, they had the cage and stuff like that. It had Daniel Cormier. He was the special guest referee and enforcer. Like, I felt like their thing was a little bit more legit. And I understand what they're trying to do, but it failed. I do think that it was good that it was short. It wasn't a long match or whatever like that, but it looked too choreographed, especially for two women that's in the business. Like you have people that are cool with people to be like, hey, don't hold back. And they definitely held back. And it's like trying to give Baszler a good thing before Ronda leaves. It didn't work because people already don't like Ronda, so they don't care what she does. And with Baszler, they've, a lot of people I like Baszler. I think that Baszler is believable, but it's just the booking and the stupid stuff. I remember when she bit, allegedly, Becky Lynch's back of her neck off or something like that. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I think in NXT, they did a great job with what they were doing with her and things like that. But then when she lost to Rhea Ripley, it went, I don't want to say it went downhill. I just think that I just don't think that Vincent was big on her and things like that. So for this match to happen, like you had people chanting, this is boring. And I hate to say, I haven't heard that in a WWE event in a while, and they were saying this is boring and stuff like that, trying to put the MMA aspect. And that's the thing I always say about when MMA fighters say that like wrestling is fake and all this stuff. Like y'all take certain things away from wrestling to make y'all things more exciting, if that makes sense. And with this, just the bare bones, just going off of they had a history and Ronda likes her. And Baszler just wanted to, be the new baddest woman on the planet. It just didn't work. So Ronda passed out. I think she should have tapped out. Like, I'm sick of people passing out. I think she should have tapped out, especially if that's your friend and stuff like that. It's okay to like pass out. I think that would have been a little bit more of a dramatic finish than just passing out, because so many people do that. Yeah, that's the first women's match. Said didn't watch. Brett says didn't watch the women. Then I like the triple threat. Triple threat was like there was no chemistry. They were all over the place. Okay, the triple threat. I enjoyed the triple threat a lot more than the MMA match. I really did. I liked it. One of the things I didn't like, because they were over the place, is the mics. The ring mics also picked up Charlotte and Bianca yelling at each other and yelling at Asuka and stuff like that for spots and stuff. And I know a lot of people, they talk about Cena doing that as well. But it was like they were literally yelling. And then there was one spot, I guess it was awkward. I don't know if Charlotte was going through a wardrobe malfunction, but she threw Bianca into Asuka in the corner, and she directed the referee to do something. I'm assuming help her with her top or something, but the camera didn't know what to do, and then they panned on Bianca basically like looking at Charlotte, and then Asuka tried to do a mulligan and act like she was trying to put Bianca in the chicken wing. I do think that they could have slowed it down a little bit. It's a triple threat, and that's my biggest thing. Triple threats don't have to be fast. Neither do you have to take a break after each bump or something like that. I don't, and it's not just a WWE problem. A lot of people do these kind of things to where they just go missing, and, it's just one-on-one thing. And I do feel like they were doing it, but I do think they did a great job with it. I think they put a little too much stuff on this match, if that makes sense. Like, Bianca selling will always make people, like, that's how you sell. Like, the way she was selling her leg and her knee and stuff like that, and how she bumped it, I was like, geez. And then, like, looking at the crowd's reaction, that's how you sell. And I think people sell, or they register for 2 seconds and then go back into the match. They sold that she was going to the back and the crowd was giving her a standing ovation, that she came back, and she did the 450, messed her knees up again, and it was at the end of the match and things like that. I thought the finish was creative. I thought it was creative. I got a comment. Yeah, I'll agree. I think the pacing, slow down. It's 3 people. Slow down. It's 3 people. Like, you don't have to match a pace with somebody. And I think that's the problem, trying to force a pace that you're not doing with three people. Everybody's athletic. I get it. Everybody can kick, everybody can dive, everybody can do all of this stuff. But you guys are like basically the figureheads, if not, of the division damn near. And I do feel like, as much as I did enjoy it, like I said, that was going too fast. They was talking to each other. You literally see, if you didn't hear it, you saw the lips moving, move, do this, backflip, pin. Like, you heard all of this during the match. And it did take away from me. It took a lot away from me, because I was like, man, if I wanted to like mute it or whatever like that, I probably would have enjoyed it more, because I wasn't hearing everything and stuff like that. I thought the finish was interesting on how Asuka hit Charlotte with the mist while Charlotte was doing the figure 8 on Bianca. I do think that spot should have happened a little quicker, because, like I said, all that selling for figure 4s and all that stuff is a little off. Then Asuka going for the kick, Bianca ducks it and then pins. That was cool. And then 2 seconds later, Io Sky comes in and she cashes in. Bailey helps Io by taking out Asuka and Charlotte with the case. Bianca tries to hold off Bailey, and then AKA Atlas says super thick. And I'm reading the comment, I'm sorry. And Io hitting Bianca in the back of the leg with the case, and then with the hitting her in the face with it, then cashing in, and then waiting for the guy to announce, then doing the moonsault. I forgot what they call her backflip. And she won. So Brett says, if it shows up, let's turn this way before the Bianca rope backflip move. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. The finish could have, if you're talking about the triple threat or Io's cash in, Atlas, because Io's cash in, I'm cool with the cash in. I do think that the finish, I give it an A for effort. I just think the execution was just a little off. Like, if they were going to do things fast, which they did a lot in that match, that's one of those things that should have been fast. I don't think that, Charlotte should have had Bianca, who was selling her knee basically falling off the bone for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the cash in was good. And I some, and we'll see what they do with Io, because Io is a great wrestler. I think she showed a lot of things. She doesn't have a mouthpiece, but she has one in Bailey. So we can see where that goes with that. We can see how Bailey is going to be involved in title matches or anything like that, or like, how she's going to basically use that to go against Io. Io has different challenges now. Even then, she can run it back with some women. She's had great matches, so I do think it's Io's time. We will see where it goes, because with the women's Money in the Bank briefcase, usually women win it 1 or 2 times, and then that's it. You dang near forget it. I don't want to say forget, but it becomes an afterthought sometimes. Sometimes it's a hot potato title, especially when it SmackDown title for the women's belt. It's sometimes a hot potato thing in a way. It just doesn't, win it for a long time or whatever like that. So, got 2 comments. And I thought the cash in was a lot better. I wish that you could just cash in and then just go for the pin or whatever. I do think I would like that. I do like that. I do understand the urgency of announcing and stuff like that or whatever. They used to ask the opponent were they ready, but it doesn't matter now. But I do like that, hey, I could just cash in, and then I should cash in exactly when. It doesn't matter if the person is out or not. So, but I thought it was good. I thought that they gave her a lot of time in the ring to stand and celebrate and stuff like that. And then the Dakota Kai comes up out of nowhere because she was injured, and everybody was happy for that. Now they're supposed to be heels now, but in the words of Chris, the other Chris, shout out to Heels for Life. I digress. You know, we've talked about these kind of things and these kind of situations and stuff before. So is Oscar, if Oscar was going to miss Charlotte, it should have happened this soon. And that's what I'm saying. I think it should have been quicker. But even with WWE, and this is WWE's thing with triple threats, is that they do great most of the time with camera work to where you're not even thinking about the other person, or the person is outside drinking water or something like that, you know, but they do it so much. It'd be different if it's like every once in a while, but they do it so much. So it's just like you only have a small room of error from things taking too long or things just being like, dang, why did it take so long? You know, it shouldn't have took this long for you to spit in the face as soon as she bridged up or whatever like that, because Bianca was screaming bloody murder, and it should have worked like that. You get what I'm saying? Like it should have just been quick. That's one of those things that should have been quick, because they've had Oscar be so creative using the mist and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. Bianca winning it and losing it, I just think it's more to it for Bianca to get upset and stuff. You know, a lot of people want her to be a heel. They're like, this is a good way to make her be a heel and be more aggressive and stop smiling, because when she was a champ, a lot of people, they said she needed to lose the belt to Asuka. She needed to do something else. So now they're giving hits. They're giving spice. They're giving muy caliente. So we'll see where it goes from that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca and Io run it back before anybody else. Bailey can't heal. These are not my thoughts, y'all. These are people in my chat. I'm just reading it. But yeah, I enjoyed it more than the MMA match. I think the MMA match lacked legitimacy from two people that's supposed to be in a legitimate sport or coming from a legitimate sport. Like I said, Riddle and Rollins did better at Extreme Rules in the cage, because they could have did that or something like that. They could have did something similar to that, or you get what I'm saying? They could have did something like that, but it is what it is. So, all right. For the first match, like I said, whatever y'all comment, it'll be scrambled, because we already covered the women's match. Logan Paul versus Ricochet. A lot of us knew this was gonna happen when they did the Royal Rumble spot where they crashed into each other, and I said, okay, the independent scene is about to do it. I'm glad a lot of people didn't do it, or if they did do it, they did it before this even happened. But a lot of people knew what was going to happen with that. A lot of people were like, okay, well, these two guys, they're going to face each other or whatever like that, and they're, that this was going to happen. Ricochet did his flip out of the ring in a promo when he, challenging him, and he landed on his feet, and the crowd went. The crowd didn't even care that Ricochet did a flip and landed on his feet outside of the ring as much as NXT did. So I'm sorry, I'm not chancing my knees like that. If I do that and I land it, I'm saying I'm screaming or something. Y'all gonna be like, that was amazing. Nobody did nothing. We knew that Logan Paul was gonna win. Come on now. we knew he was gonna win. All right, Sean, shout out to you, Critically Drinking. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. I'm catching up from 10 minutes back. I enjoyed MMA, but not ending. Three-way with the ladies match was he thumbs down like Atlas walking off with Mike Strong. Yeah, man, he ain't gonna let it go. Logan Paul's worst match. I agree. And I agree. I had high hopes for it. But and I knew that it was gonna be a spot fest, but it was sloppy, it was unsafe, and they were messing up. They weren't landing right. They was doing Spanish fly. They tried to do the Spanish fly thing like they did with the table. First of all, it was already a botch at Money in the Bank when they tried to do the Spanish fly off of getting pushed from the ladder to stop themselves on the ladder. Ricochet was ready. Logan was not to do the Spanish fly to basically chip the table. It was already, that was horrible, right? So I guess they was like, well, we're going to quote unquote finish the story and we're going to try it again off the apron. And it still was bad. It was horrible. They dang near touched the ground. Like they didn't land on their feet like that. It wasn't straight. It was a lot of things. And Logan was scaring me because he was bumping wrong. He was taking some stuff the wrong way. I think Ricochet was trying to do like a high code breaker, and instead of Logan going to taking it to his face, he like back bumped. Like it was so random. It was like, what is going on? And it's not even that. It was like Logan did a buckshot lariat to the outside to clothesline Ricochet, but he dang near was tripping into the clothesline before he even got to Ricochet. Like he was dealing with Ricochet before Ricochet was dealing with Ricochet because his knees couldn't handle all. Man, look, they needed ice, check, knee light, engine on, and everything, man. Like I think they went too long personally. Nothing against Ricochet, but they haven't really built him as somebody just like a credible person. It's just a guy that does a lot of fancy moves. And that's no disrespect to him, but that's how the company he works for puts him as this guy, the one and only and stuff like that, And I'm sure he knows that's what they want him to do and stuff like that. So it's not a promo guy. He doesn't have a manager and stuff like that. They brought up his relationship with his fiance, and Logan said basically, you should leave with me. You're going to pronounce my name as the winner. And then it's weird because Logan was wearing yellow and Samantha was wearing yellow. And I felt she was a little bit too emotional at the end of the match because it looked like she was crying. I was like, that's not needed. That wasn't needed for that. That wasn't needed. They put Logan. Well, that's the thing, and like I said, no disrespect to Ricochet, but they're not putting that man up there like in the main event, or they're not. They haven't put him up there as a credible person like that. Who knows? He might be going against Braun Strowman next when he comes back from injury. Who knows? Because he did a running power slam, which looked bad too, by the way. Logan Paul, hold on. Let me take this off. Woo, right here. Logan Paul, listen, man. When you're doing a running power slam, you have to do a running power slam. I don't know what you did, but what you did was like you just jumped and landed on your knees frontwards and stuff like that. That's how you mess yourself up, sir. Don't do nothing like that. I don't know what that was. And it's like, I know you have the time to practice this stuff, and I know your brother was boxing and stuff like that, and you had somewhere to go. But yeah, you're gonna jeopardize messing yourself up, As far as Logan goes, they could just spread him out a little more. So what? Survivor Series is the last of the big four of this year. So I would just cool him. I would just wait until Survivor Series to give him something to do. Like I said, the match itself was just like, it was too long. They were just doing random stuff. They was kicking out of everything, and the finish was trash too. That finish was trash. I was trying to figure out what happened. Bianca needs to do something else. Heal her NXT main girl. She can smile, but we'll see. We'll see what they're doing with Bianca. Still 3 minutes behind. All right, I'm sorry. You'll be caught up, but yeah, the finish was basically Logan Paul's friend gave him brass knucks. Ricochet was walking to him. The referee was behind Ricochet the whole time. Logan steals off on Ricochet, and for some reason, the referee just flinched randomly because I'm assuming he missed his spot. Like what they could have did was Logan could have hit Ricochet, and Ricochet could have fell backwards to the ref or bumped the ref or something, or distracted the ref or something, because the referee was nowhere close to Ricochet to be flinching that hard like he didn't see it. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was placement. I don't know if Logan Paul's friend missed his spot, missed his cue, but that looked kind of stupid because they was already selling that he has a screw in his hand. I don't know if he used that one to put the brass knucks on, but I felt that finish. You know what? Finishes wasn't that good. This finishes weren't that good this show. I like the show for the most part, but some of the finishes was kind of bad. It was just like, what is this? What is this mess? So that's how I feel about that. We'll see what Logan goes from here. We'll see what Ricochet goes from here. But it definitely was a spot fest. I felt like it was going too long, and I do feel like y'all could have squoze Becky and Trish. And I'm not even sitting here saying like they're the wrestling wizards, you know, but still, I definitely understand. All right, next match we got Cody Rhodes, against Brock Lesnar, the Beast. I knew this match was gonna be good. I'm gonna read a comment before I continue because I don't want to just move. Yeah, it was trash. It was trash. I think that I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a ref or what or something. Maybe the guy was supposed to get on the ropes and distract the ref so Logan could hit him, because that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. But excuse me, guys, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm gonna kick out that too. But yeah, it was just a little off. So yeah, the Nux was just bad. Yeah, Cody and Brock, I knew that they were going to kill it. They killed it so much that they didn't have no rules, and I didn't even know there was no rules. It was like Cody hit Brock with the steel steps, and I was like, dang, was this a no holds barred? Like is there another reason for the finish to this one sucked too. Now Brock has respect. Okay, the finish of the actual match, I didn't have a problem with. I told y'all the finishes wasn't that great. Because in hindsight, Brock is a loose cannon. He's untamed beast and doing everything he wants to do. Like, he literally attacked Cody, and it wasn't to make Cody stronger. It was just because he can and things like that. And I know that WWE may put themselves in a hole because they made it seem like he didn't care about the belt anymore and stuff like that. But they kind of messed that up. They've had 2 great matches. This third match was very good. I do know that some people wanted it to be like a different kind of match instead of a singles match, but at the same time, still steps. Like, and I understand Brock put Cody through the announce table, but at this point, tables is just, you're throwing somebody or you're falling on him. So you can, I could kind of understand the table or an announce table, but when you actually have an actual object that you picked up and you hit, and then the referee did look confused, but he looked like he didn't want to lose his job neither. So, yeah, the match was good. I do like that the crowd was into it every time Brock threw Cody out the ring and they was doing the 10 count. Like, those kind of things, those used to get boring chants and stuff like that. But Cody does a great job of getting emotion out of people and things like that. So it works, couple F5s, couple crossroads and things like that. I want to say it wasn't a particularly long match. The turnbuckle came off. That reminded me of what happened. What was it? Was it Backlash where it happened? The turnbuckle came off, and that's when Brock got busted open. It's kind of the same thing. I'm gonna get back to it, Atlas. Hold on, Atlas. Hold on. Slow down, Atlas. But yeah, from what I saw, it was good. And then we know that when Cody does the trifecta of Crossroads, you know that it's over with. Brock hit himself on the turnbuckle again, the exposed turnbuckle again, and then Cody doing the Crossroads 3 times. I'm not a big fan of the Crossroads as a finisher, but to do it 3 times, I don't like it. I still don't. I don't like it that much, but it is what it is. Now, Brock getting up and putting his forehead on Cody's forehead and, raising his hand and showing him respect. I don't know. To me, as a nice guy, I liked it. But I definitely understand why would you want to do that. Like, oh, you're a guy that hasn't been stopped and you earn my respect. Maybe if Brock would have won, it would have made a little bit more sense or whatever, because Cody kept coming back. But you're like, hey, you beat me, so now I'm just going to go to Minnesota and go hunt, But it's never like that. It was like, you broke this guy's arm and you went through this stuff. You've been a bully. You don't have to explain nobody because you're Brock Lesnar. So the stairs confused me too. I enjoyed the sportsmanship angle. I thought he let it in because he was about to be wrestling. Well, I don't know. Because there are reports. I don't know if the reports are true. There are reports that Cody didn't even know that Brock was going to do that. But I'm like, at the end of the day, Cody won. So Brock didn't need to do anything else. If that makes sense. He didn't need to shake his hand. He didn't need to do any of that. It was bull. Brock has been an uncaring beast the entire time. He traditionally has shown no respect for anyone. And that's true. That is true. And this is why I'm siding with you. I'm siding with you. The finishes wasn't good. It just wasn't a lot of finishes that were good on the show. So Cody beats him, and now he respects him. And that true. Yeah, you're right. Because Roman beat him, and he didn't really respect Roman. But Cody, But we know what they're doing, though. We definitely know what they're doing. Bull. He's maturing. Hold on. A lot of comments coming in. Boo. I don't like Cody or his moves. I don't like. I don't care for, like I said, I don't care for the Crossroads really. Crossroads kind of remind me of the Playmaker. Y'all remember MVP's finisher? It's a different setup and different way you do things, but I wasn't big on it. I don't like it. I don't like the Cody cutter because everybody does a cutter. So it's not really against Cody, but everybody does a form of a cutter. So it's just like, yours isn't that special or whatever. I remember Cena was doing it for a little bit. It wasn't as crisp as Cody's, but I remember Cena, was doing a springboard cutter. So, oh man, I love that jacket, man. If I ever wanted like a jacket, I'd want something similar to that or better. Yeah, so Atlas don't like anyone breaking. Well, no, it's not even just that. It's also about presentation. Like a week and a half ago, we talked about what presentation is and stuff like that. How you present it. And Brock has been presented as a beast who has only been stopped a few times and things like that. And he's never really gotten up and shaking people's hand and things like that. Like Atlas says, he didn't respect the Taker, even though he beat Taker. He didn't respect Roman. He didn't respect all of this stuff. But Cody was the one, Cody was the one like, hey, you know what? I need to atone for my sins. So that's what it is, with Brock Lesnar or whatever like that. Like, he won against Brock Lesnar. You beat Brock Lesnar twice out of 3 matches. So that's all you need. You didn't need Brock to raise your hand up. You didn't need to. It wasn't like Brock never said he respected him. He never said, I'm going to beat respect into you or nothing like that. Brock's first promo coming back to WWE, say was an A kicker. You get what I'm saying? So, and I've even portrayed himself as that. So to raise his hand, okay, yeah, it's a feel-good moment, but what's the longevity of that? A lot of people want Brock to go against Gunther, but it's like, bruh, you kind of lowered your mystique a little bit because you shook the hand of the guy that you broke the man's hand. Cody Cutter is the worst one. Yep. Touch of Noir, what's going on to you? Shout out to you. Cody just lame, except the suit game. Oh man, sometimes he be looking like Colonel Sanders to me. But uh facts. So Alice just don't like non-consistent book. And that's the thing. That's what it is. It's like nothing should really want to make Brock respect you unless you probably died or something. Or something. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that or whatever. You know, Brock, like they built Brock. Like Brock is a whole process. Like even when he was 20-something years old, he has been a whole process to being a monster and a beast, to the point that when even he left to do whatever he wanted to do, he made a name for himself in UFC. And then to return, he had a bigger mystique because he was a former UFC champion. He was knocking people out and choking people out. Now, he couldn't take a punch for sure, but at the same time, he was a beast. And even how Cena projected the man and how he was getting busted open and stuff like that in that Extreme Rules match. Nobody thought that Brock was going to lose that match. And it's years. It's an investment. And that's where I understand, especially where Atlas is coming from, especially when he's saying like long term. It's just like y'all did all of this for this guy to just come out of nowhere and shake this man's hand who just came back from an injury, and I just broke his arm, and you done did all of this stuff, and there was a reason why you attacked him in the first place. Now you like, you good, you got it. So the event was uneven and clunky. Performances felt the same. Like, I'm not going to go out and start kissing babies on the next show. Nah, I don't like none of y'all. See? His ring gear reminds me of Captain Crunch. See, now I want some oops, all berries. See? Touch. Came out of me. So yeah, I definitely understand. I definitely understand that. It's like, okay, this guy is supposed to be like a guy, like he should want to always get his lick back. I mean, look at how many times him and Roman went against each other. They went against each other so many times, he never really shook Roman's hand or anything like that. Like, so I definitely understand that. With Cody, I don't know. A lot of people want Bray to come back, and I feel like if Bray does come back, he needs to feud with Cody because Cody will sell everything that Bray wants to do. If that's the reason or whatever they're doing, I think Bray has to have somebody that will invest in what he is as a character, not even as a wrestler. And I've said that. I was like, Bray got to improve in wrestling instead of just that kind of stuff because some people ain't going to want to go for that. I think Cody would probably be one of the ones that will actually sell the stuff like Cena did, you know, when they were going against each other when WrestleMania was at the Thunderdome. So we'll see where it goes from here. So oh shoot, my bad. We'll speak about the Battle Royal briefly. This ain't gonna be long because I'm sure this is a lot of people's bathroom break, food break, smoke break, football break, lady break, man break, whatever, PlayStation break. LA Knight won. Yeah. So I think that was the right person to win. He eliminated Sheamus. I always felt like Sheamus is like a cheat code in Battle Royals and Royal Rumbles. Like he's always like the final boss in defeating because he's always getting thrown over and rolling under and stuff like that. He always does a great job with staying in the ring. So LA Knight when it was good. MVP coming out announcing Omos for Omos to be eliminated like what 5-6 minutes after that. It was no point. They could have just played Omos music. He could have came out, dominated, and got thrown out. Like I think LA Knight was the right choice because people have been wanting LA Knight to win on the PLE since they love LA Knight. So I think the right person won. I do know that he wants to challenge Theory. I think Theory is feuding with Escobar now, so we'll see where that goes. Yeah, I was like, why? You only do that if he was going to win, or maybe if he was second to the last person eliminated or something. Like, why do they do that? And they don't. You know what? They do this to everybody. And you're bringing up a good point. They always try to look. I remember the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I think, or what, I don't know. It was some of WrestleMania. I remember it was Big Show. He was in there, and this Shaq comes out of nowhere, and they act like they was going to choke each other out, and then eventually everybody just threw him over within like a few minutes. It was like, what was the point of that? Y'all been banking on this match for the longest time. Y'all could have had at least something small, and y'all threw them in a battle royal to just be thrown out so quick. And then when they got thrown out, they was just high fiving each other and hugging each other and leaving and stuff. So yeah, it's always something with the Giant or whatever like that. I mean, they already had Bronson Reed. He was the big guy, so they could have just kept him in there. I'm not trusting LA Knight. You gotta explain, Crick. You gotta explain, Arshawn. That's what he is. Um, I don't usually you don't have much time for improving when you are that big and you are that person, because I'm not sitting here saying they're going to compare you to the next giant, but they probably are going to compare you to the next giant. So for him to be that tall and he's very strong and stuff like that, and it's just like we rarely see him on TV. So we rarely see him on TV, and then to just show up out of nowhere on this, it was just like, okay. And then the way they just eliminated him, it's just obviously the Giants' kryptonite is to just jump them and throw them over. So LA Knight, yeah, great garbage John collection. Omos, Kali, John Gonzalez, Andre. Andre got garbage. He wasn't always garbage, but he did get bad. I mean, hey, he got bad. He got bad. It was off basically a monumental, just looking how big he was. That's just how it went. But Omos is always going to be like the number 2 big guy, because it's going to be Braun whenever he comes back, whatever they have. Braun's going to lose to people in the main event, people, of course, but Braun is the number 1 big guy they have, and then Omos will be a number 2. And Commander Aziz, he'll be number 3, but that's like a long distance. Like, they're not going to elevate him into anything. No offense to him, but we know what that is. I watched LA wrestle and his promos, and I think his gimmick is stronger than his skill. Yeah, it's the character. It's the character. He can wrestle, though. I will say that. I've seen a lot of his stuff in other companies and other promotions and things like that. So he can wrestle. But sometimes that's all you need is like a character or whatever. I remember when Zack Ryder got popular saying woo, 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 you know it. And he had his Z Long Island Stories on YouTube. Like, he became an overnight sensation because people wanted to see him. People was buying his merch. People wanted to see him. They was chanting his name while The Rock was talking. So these are the kind of things that, people hopefully get to take advantage of. And I think with LA Knight, I think this is the time to take advantage of it. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you got to put a belt on him, a main belt. You could put a secondary, like a United States title or something like that. And I think that people will go home happy. When Zayn and Owens won the Undisputed Tag titles from the Usos, people went home happy with that. Braun on that. Hey, man, I like Braun, though. I do. I do think that they invested a lot of stuff in him to make him lose the way he do. I'll be like, come on, y'all. Y'all made this man look like he could just do anything. Y'all had this man knocking down Titantrons, throwing around Brock, pushing over ambulance. Like, I did crazy stuff. LA Knight is over because he can talk. Yeah, but it works, though. You know what I'm saying? I think his wrestling is good. I think he's decent. I think he's decent. I mean, he's up there in age too, so he has to make it happen now in WWE more than anything. So he definitely needs to take advantage. Yeah, he said just add him to the oddities. Yeah, so I do think I don't want to seem like I'm limiting people's potential, if that makes sense. Because who am I to do that? I'm just a podcaster who wrestles. But I do think that it'll peak at possibly a secondary title. But I can still see him doing good on merch sales because, that's what WWE likes to do. Like, okay, well, since you're making us money, we're going to give you more TV time. Y'all had him beat up. He literally beat up Hit Row. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he beat up Hit Row by himself. 2 people. Oh, that says something for that. For that. Ooh, I need some more. Anyway, we only got a few more matches. Like, it's about 2 or 3, actually. What did y'all think of Gunther versus Drew McIntyre? I think this was a great match. I love both guys. We knew it was. I knew it was going to be a physical match. I thought it was a very good match. Very intense. Both of their chests looked like they was eating flaming hot Cheetos, and they rubbed it on their chest because they didn't want to use a napkin. That's how red their chest was. Very intense. It was like a less is more thing. Yeah, like you had chops, and then you also had power bombs. You had suplexes. Drew did his dive out spot and everything like that, but it felt like it was somewhat of a personal thing. Like who's going to one up one another? I got comments. Best match of the night. Rashad says, what? It was solid, bro. It was very good. The only finish, yes, that finish, I loved it. And before we even talked about how these bad finishes happen, I was going to talk about it because a lot of people need to understand how important how it was, especially having a nickname as the ring general. Boom, right there. Walter is the epitome of believable. You have to be believable. You have to carry yourself as being believable. Believable could not only just mean being strong and everything like that, but being smart. The finish is a smart finish. It makes him look like the top guy, the ring general. It makes him look like it because he knew that he had to continue to hit him with moves in his arsenal to take down Drew McIntyre. Mind you, Drew McIntyre is a former top champ, so is Sheamus and a lot of other people that Gunther went through. But the way they did it, it was great. I loved it. I thought the match was great. It was a physical match. It was great. They both did well. Like I said, I'm a big fan of both guys. Gunther is one of these guys that I will be like, hey, you need to pay attention to him because he is a guy that I think will do great in any era of wrestling. He didn't cheat. He didn't cheat. Not saying that he always does or anything like that. He rarely does because it's just like you don't need that. And that's just a trope that a lot of people think that heels need to do sometimes. Not all the time, but it was great. Drew walked away. Some people felt, I've heard, not me, but they felt that Drew should have won because Gunther needs to be in the main event. And I'm like, y'all can give it time. He's about to pass the Honky Tonk Man's reign as the Intercontinental Champion. And I will say this, WWE has had a lot of historic title reigns. So I'm like, if you're already there and it's making sense, let's continue to do that. So obviously he's going to beat the record. You're definitely going to have to either run him over or shoot him in his big toe to win. But Gunther, and the thing was, if you looked at how he used to look and how he looks now, it's crazy. It's like a big transformation. And I know he's up there in age too. But man, he looks like a guy you wouldn't say to wrestling is fake, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say, you do have people that will chance some wrestlers. Hey Maya, you do have some wrestlers, some people that would chance wrestlers and try to say that. Like you wouldn't say that to a Gunther because you don't know what he's gonna do or how he's gonna react to it. Hold on, my baby want to say hi to y'all. Hold on, you want to say hi? Say hey.
Hey.
Oh, that's. Oh, man, excuse me. Under the weather. But going back into it, yeah, Walter is one of those guys. I got comments I gotta read.
It's nighttime.
Huh?
It's nighttime.
No, not nighttime.
In the morning time.
Yeah, it's afternoon time.
Is that the moon time?
So yeah, I have wrestlers house. But even then, some fans
Ow!
some fans peep it too. You okay?
Yeah.
I check my bias because I just enjoyed seeing Cody get thrown around for 20 minutes. Yeah, I enjoyed that part too. I'm not gonna lie. It was just a finish. He said he enjoyed the Battle Royal second. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, it was definitely fine. Okay, he says this match could go third. Martel says Gunther is the best. His realism and intent are to be marveled. Yes. Like, study him. Like, people literally need to study him. So Atlas says he throws him on the rope, racking him, then immediately hits him with 3 big moves into a pinning combo. Yes. Because I was like, when he picked him up, I was like, oh man, this is I was already in love. I was already in love with the match. I was like, oh, he's picking him up because the psychology is in there. It's like, okay, well, I did this before he kicked out. I did this before he kicked out. So let me hit him with all 3 and let me show him how it's done, you know. And even Drew just walking away the way he did, I loved it. I thought it was pretty dope. You get down? There you go. Good match. Very good match. Very good match. Gunther has been killing it this year with dang near almost anybody. And I remember that people were saying that him, Drew, and Sheamus' triple threat at WrestleMania was one of the best matches. So, yeah, he did. Do y'all ever seen like Dragon Ball Z when like Trunks and Goten, they would have to do the fusion dance and like their finger was off, they turned into a fat fused version. That's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. He looked like 2 versions of himself, just fat. But he was good. He was killing it. To me, one of my favorite matches I've seen from him still to this day was Pete Dunne was the NXT UK champion, and he was Walter at the time. He was the challenger. I thought their 2 matches they had was very good and very phenomenal. I thought it was good. It was so old school. I loved it. So, best co-host alert. Bless you. Bless you too, bro. There's blessings on blessings on blessings for everybody. Donations and blessings. Donations and blessings. But yeah, this match was very good. Now I know a lot of people, young people, they'll be like, "Who do I need to study for certain things?" Study him. Study Gunther. I think Gunther is showing you how you're supposed to take care of yourself, not even just as a wrestler, but as a person, but even being believable in wrestling. And I've always talked about how important believability is. And some people just like, oh, well, if I just do these moves, that's it. Nah, it's more to it than that. It's way more to it than that. So, yeah, he was. I think that's what turned Vincent off too. Because he was. But I even remember some of his older stuff, and he was like kind of out there. There's any stuff makes this look like a cake. Man, like, because, man, he don't even have to say nothing that could get booed. Remember Vladimir Kozlov? Like, Literally, Gunther could literally walk out and people just boo him and stuff like that. But it's like, can you fight him though? All right, let me see. All right, I got two more matches. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. So the story is, Seth took something from Finn 7 years ago. That was the Universal title. I remember that match, and the match was solid. And I know that Finn dislocated his shoulder, and I also remember the crowd chanting that the belt was ugly. I'm not gonna lie, that belt, it was ugly. It was ugly red. Now my favorite color is red, and that belt was ugly. And um, Seth Rollins looked like he came out. I don't know. See, because y'all said that Cody like Captain Crunch and King Vitamin. I don't know. I don't know. Seth was chilling with Alice in Wonderland. I don't know what. I don't know. This dude comes out with whatever outfit he had on. I wish I'd have took a picture and shared it. But uh, Finn, he has the numbers. Well, he has the number 7 written. Letters. The number 7 on him written out. And he's saying 7 years, and then like Michael Cole or was it Corey said it was a tattoo, and I'm like, that's not a tattoo, but okay, I'll let it go. So Finn has been doing great with his intensity, and also like I need to get you back, and I also need to get something from you that you took from me, and how you laughed at me and things like that. Seth being how he is, and I love Seth. Seth's like a 5'2" player in wrestling. He sits there and he's like, hey, you need to let stuff go and things, and him, with the Judgment Day Finn, it just works. And then even Damian Priest, who I really like, and I wish I took a picture of his freaking pic. God dog it, I was trying to hurry up and do this. And him having his briefcase lingering, it works so well. It's so cool to see it. And I remember like a lot of us was just like, I don't know about this Judgment Day, but they've all made it their own without Edge. He said another goofy match. Stop it, Arshawn. The finish wasn't bad. It told a story. I don't know why they want to break up the Judgment Day, but okay. And that's my thing. It's like, obviously, if Damian cashes in on Seth, which looks like that may happen, obviously Finn isn't going to be cool with that kind of thing. You know, it'll be like, why don't we just get the title off of Seth Rollins because he done me wrong, and he'll do y'all wrong too, or something like that. Because this is the second time that Damian messed it up for Finn, and then even then, Damian looked disgusted at Finn for losing the second time. He said, "Drip God, Finn the weakest link." Man, it's curious, but the match was good. It was a lot of kickouts. Oh my god, it was a lot of kickouts. I was like, I could have bet how many times I thought the match was over. I'd have lost all my money because I'm like, oh, that's it. That has to be it. Nope, nope, nope. But I do think that Seth and Finn, they could go against each other 20 times and have 20 different matches. It's very hard to do. So I was very entertained. I do like how the Judgment Day was involved. I loved how Damian was frantic with his case on will he cash it or here use this and use that. And I'm glad that the briefcase didn't really like go the wrong way or mess up spots. It worked pretty cool. So but part of the setup was psychological mutilation by Seth while wearing the jacket. Yeah, I'm glad you peeped that too. That he wore 7 years ago when Finn won with an arm brace. Yeah, yeah, I forgot about that too. Cause his match. Uh, let me say this. I don't want to say that. What can I say about Edge? Uh, Um, Edge likes to have 45-minute matches. And I understand because he's going to basically retire on his own accord soon. And he's not doing as much as he is when he first came in. So when Finn got hurt and got busted open, it looked weird because they were zooming in on Edge's face and it made everything look worse. That Hell in a Cell match was bad because purple chairs and red. Like I wasn't a big fan of the red cell. I know it's a smart nitpick, but red kendo sticks, purple chairs, and no donations. Yeah, let me stop. But yeah, it was just. And then to have Demon Finn lose, it was just like I think that's like the third time Demon Finn lost a match. So yeah, the kickouts and reversals. I will say if I had to take one thing away, it was a lot of kickouts. It was like, oh my goodness. Like y'all could have like just put your foot on the ropes, and it was like, nah, we're just gonna do a kick out. This was an interesting way to start Seth off. It doesn't make him look particularly strong as a champion, but we all knew he wasn't gonna drop the top. No, 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 no. And I think Seth, like I said, Seth has been doing stuff with the title and without a title, and I think that that's how you're supposed to do as a wrestler. Some people don't like to be called a company man, but he definitely is a company man. He's out there doing stuff. He's working the crowd. The crowd loves him. They love him back, and it works for Seth. So even have given him the belt, that was the right decision when he beat AJ Styles at Night of Champions for it. Well, to be crowned the new champ. Kids. The red and purple gang war. That's what it was. It's Party City. Yeah. It kind of it took away from me a little bit, only because we so used to seeing black chairs and stuff. So like y'all really got purple chairs. Like what in the grimace is going on? So that's my thing. It was just Edge likes to tell a story, and with the way a lot of young talent works, it makes it hard to tell a long story. And I understand that. And I'm saying, like, I understand that. I remember Edge and Finn's I Quit match. And I was joking because I was like, man, this match is taking a long time. But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it and things like that. So it's just like Edge. And like I said, Edge is trying to also catch up with stuff that he lost with his neck injury and things like that. And it's just like, as much as people may say something about Edge, obviously people are going to miss Edge. They miss Cena now, and Cena's just doing, movies and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be featured as the Peacemaker in Mortal Kombat 1, which I will be getting, but that was a sidebar. So, Seth solid. Finn a likable loser. Now, you have to call him a loser. You have to call that man a loser. Or Sean. Finn's trash talk is just, well, he stepped it up, he stepped it up. And that's the thing. I don't want to call him an indie darling or anything like that, but like a lot of the guys that'll be like, hey man, this person should come in and do this. I'm like, man, they don't know how to talk. But Finn has improved. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, this match was very good. I do feel like Seth is moving to someone else unless Damian decides to cash in randomly or whatever like that somehow, which he probably will. It's looking like the Judgment Day may break up or whatever, because they're like the only solid stable basically, because everything with the bloodline. And I still don't know what's going on with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. You got the Street Profits beating up people in their church clothes, so I don't know what's going on with that. Let me see. Hold on. I mean, lose it. He doesn't win with her. I mean, but that's the appeal of being in a group. That's the thing that I loved about the Judgment Day and stuff like that, was because they, even with the bloodline, it was the numbers game done right. Like, it shouldn't be a lot of times where somebody tricks you or outwits four people or three or four people. It shouldn't happen so often. And a lot of wrestling companies, they do that kind of thing where it's just like, we can outsmart all of these people. So it's like, what's the point of being all these people if they're not helping you win matches and titles? I mean, look at Dominic winning the NXT title, the North American NXT title and stuff like that. It works like that, and sometimes it doesn't work because look at the factor with that, the wow factor, the wild card, if you will. Damian Priest is the Money in the Bank winner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he could cash in to be a champ on Finn or anybody else who he wants. You get what I'm saying? So they're doing a great job with the projections. So every year, yeah. But to my knowledge, I don't know if they face each other after that because that'll be like a running thing that you should also be mad at. He needs to hang with Conrad, tap the trash game up. Hey, Bobby in the new Hurt business is about to make me take notice. I got my reserves on a new version of the Hurt business. I really do. Y'all know I do. I agree, classic, but I want to see Finn win some matches straight out on talent. He was doing it when he was a face, man. He was a good guy. The fact they actually kept the profits together is good. Yeah, because a lot of people they want Ford to be like the breakout star. So they already like people already fantasy booking their breakup. You know what I'm saying? They're saying like Ford is a star, Ford can wrestle, Ford is this, Ford looks like a champion, a main eventer. They love him. They love his relationship with Bianca, his wife. They love that he say God is good. You know, I love that he say that too, of course. But it's just like a lot of people like they just want him to do that because he had great matches with Roman. He had great matches with Seth and things like that. But it's just like, you just don't want people to just lose and flounder like that. You just don't want that. You gotta be careful with these kind of things. And Dawkins, he was like one of the mainstays of NXT when they first started. I remember him wearing the two headbands, and he used to really just do the mixing of the cup thing and stuff like that. I know he lost a lot of weight and he's taking care of himself and stuff too. So, because I remember when they broke up Crime Time, and rest in peace, Shad Gaspard and things like that. And they was trying to have high hopes with Shad being like a top guy or whatever like that. And then it was just something that they didn't like about him. They didn't give him that opportunity, but they broke up, Crime Time as a legit, tag team, stereotypical, of course, but they really broke up the team. Now, do my figures. Huh? Huh? Who? Man.
Yes.
Who's Man? Mario.
Yes.
Is Mario over there?
Yeah.
All right, go get. She keep messing with my stuff. She got all kind of toys and stuff. She want to mess with my figures and stuff and collectibles. Be careful over there, baby.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, I remember when Shad was broken up and stuff like that, and I remember they like broke up Otis and Tucker. Oh my God, they shouldn't have broke them up. Period. But yeah, that's how I feel about the thing. I do think that take time with that. That's Peach, Maya. Yeah, he said I didn't run. Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's all love, bro. All right, main event time. Main event time was it's challenge day. It is challenge day. Challenge day. Somebody said that Tribal Combat is gonna look like a Black Panther when Killmonger and T'Challa they went against each other. And hey, T'Challa low key, he did lose fair and square in the first one. Like he literally lost it. It was Killmonger the way he anyway, that's another point. That's another problem. I love the movie. But tribal combat, the elders knew, but the elders were not there. The elders knew. The elders wanted this to happen, but the elders was not there. Once again, the elders wanted this match to happen and was not there. Where the elders at? Samaya, where the elders at? Do you know where the elders at? She gonna help me look for the elders. This garbage. What the hell? This was tragic. Wait, hold on, wait. I won't get over the pile of chairs for no reason. Barely played them. Yeah. Jay threw all the chairs out. Jay pulled all the chairs out, only for Roman to eventually pick them up, powerbomb them on one of them. There was like 25 chairs literally like stacked up against each other, and he powerbombed them on one. So, wow. Real talk. I had a dude who was developmentally disabled called to finish this crap, and I dismissed it. Sissy.
No, L.
You notice you don't see the elders?
Yeah.
The elders wasn't there.
What's this?
I didn't watch it, and I'm disappointed. Touching why? Let's see. Because it was so unbelievable. I mean, why?
What's this?
Oh, it's a foot to a toy. All right, let's talk about it. The match itself. Yeah, he was the worst. The match itself was good. But reoccurring thing on SummerSlam is the finishes just was off. And this was just like a what moment. And the thing was, people was calling this. Some people was calling it. And I was just like, I don't know. But I was like, I was like, it would be dope for Jay to win. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. And then it looked like it was about to happen. Jay neutralized his brother Solo. He had Roman right where he wanted him. He went for the splash. I'm like, oh, this might happen. All of a sudden, somebody pulled his leg. We kind of knew who it was. I ain't gonna lie to you. When that happened, it was just like, dog, I don't think y'all got any more brothers and sisters like that. We knew who it was. It was Jimmy. It was James. James Uso. Damn. It was horrible. It was like, and that even took. That's Mario in the Tanuki suit.
Oh.
And that took too long too. Like I said, I love the match, and then this end part happens. It took too long. Jay was like, "Oh my god, like what's going on?" Just looking at him, looking at his brother and stuff. They had a chant, "F you Roman." I mean, "F you Roman." "F you Jimmy." "F you Jimmy." "F you Jimmy." They said it so long, they stopped saying it because they took too long to execute the thing. Now, I will say before that, I do like the small teasers of like Solo basically getting tired of this mess. Like he literally was getting tired of this thing. He's like, dog, I keep getting kicked in the face. And Roman was trying to ask for help, and then Solo was just looking at him like, bro, like get out my face. So I did like certain aspects of it, and I do think that a lot of people are mad. I know my homie Drew, he gonna call me and talk about it. Because full circle, this would have made sense for Jay to finish the story. But I think, especially with how this went down, we already know what's going to happen. They're going to push Jay, obviously, to feud with Jimmy. Now, as a person who has been watching this stuff, even after like Cody didn't win the first time, I was like, well, dang, what are they gonna do new? And I was interested. Now I'm curious, but I'm like, dog, y'all like on y'all second to the last leg on what y'all gonna do with this stuff. The mass wrestler on C3 is more.
I did.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out who that person is. I got a show October 14th, and I'm trying to make sure he don't show up because I don't even know who that is. So you give him the longest reign ever in history, and then you break them up. Yeah, see, and
Baby.
I don't think that people was calling for Jay and Jimmy to go against each other. Like, this is just to give them something to do. And I don't even think people are going to be that interested in it. Like, y'all literally was calling the main event Jay. And I'm torn. I've been torn about it because I'm like, all right, cool. Makes a lot of sense for Jay to beat Roman because he pinned him not too long ago. And everything that's been happening. They've been doing storytelling very well. It made sense for that to happen. And then Jimmy gets jealous randomly. He randomly gets jealous. Jimmy's not that good on the microphone, y'all. Yeah, Jimmy ain't that good on the microphone. He ain't as good as his brother, y'all. I don't know what he gonna say. Like, I remember, like, he the one that used to say lockdown every time Jimmy said something. So he ain't that good on the mic, y'all. I'm sure the match will be fire. Let me say this. Whatever they do, it'll be fire. Jimmy can't talk on the microphone, though. And I don't even think Jimmy is part of the bloodline. I don't. And I also want to say, Michael Cole, you gotta, when Michael Cole gets mad, he says, damn. So that damn Jay Uso. Nah, man, you gotta be like JR when JR was mad at Triple H. Son of a bitch. Like, you know, I said B, not the whole thing because my kid right here, I want to curse. But, nah, Jay. Yeah. Nah, Jay is great with emotions. I think Jay does a great job. But on the mic, Jimmy, what they gonna do? I'm assuming Rikishi coming in or something. Something gotta happen. Because to me, I don't even know what's gonna happen. So, wait, what you mean? Don't skip. What hot take? Wait.
Mama. Mama.
But
No.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, you know, it's a lot of people are saying it's probably gonna be Cody. At this time, obviously, I don't think Roman is going to go against any more cousins. He might not be. He walked away. I don't know. I don't know. Because even Michael Cole was trying to sell that this might be a plan or whatever. Roman doesn't know. I don't know. Like, it's interesting though. But man, I know a lot of people was mad. I remember Roman walked past somebody and was like, "You've been cheating for 3 years. You've been cheating for 3 years, and I'm tired of it." That's good. That's good stuff, by the way. People gonna pay top dollar to see who's gonna take it from Roman, and it might be Cody Reynolds, Cody Rhodes. Might be Cody, little Cody. Cody tried to end racism on AEW. He gonna end Roman's reign when he comes back. But so this may be a twin thing, not an Uso thing. I mean, when they call themselves the Usos, you know, but I don't know. Maybe Jimmy got a backstory. Jimmy's gonna have to have a pre-recorded. He can't do it live. I'm mad because Jimmy said this and Jay said that. And what about me? What about what I want? So Didn't do it for Roman. Did it to his brothers. So yeah, so that's interesting. All I know who's together is Roman, Solo, and Paul Heyman. So the wise man. First of all, I love Paul and everything he's doing with the stuff like that. I know a lot of people be like he should run a company. I'm like he ran a company and he owe people money, but other than that, his character is just beyond out of this world. So shout out to Paul Heyman and everything that he's doing. But as far as like I said, the match was good. The finish, just like many other finishes, was messed up. I do like that when the crowd was going behind, was cheering for the Usos, Roman would be like, man, chill out. Like, be quiet, stuff like that. Small stuff like that, I love to see. You get what I'm saying? Now, because this guy's in your head because he pinned you before and stuff like that. So you don't even want to hear his name. So, yep. That would be more tragic and interesting. Because I remember when the Hardy Boys broke up, when Jeff was going against Edge, and then Matt turned around and hit Jeff with the chair, and that was interesting. But this is a lot on the plate. He did it solely for out of spite, and that could be interesting. Like I do think, obviously, that more people are going to look at SmackDown. They're going to see what's going on. Why did this happen and things like that. But I also understand why people are like, man, this should have been Jay. This should have been Jay. But I also want to say, do y'all think that Jay would have had a great reign as a champion? Do you guys would have think they'd have booked him as a credible champion? Huh? When I get up, babe, I'm going to cook in a little bit. Okay? You got to have some water first, okay? You got to have some water first. But yeah, it's just like I love that Kofi beat Daniel Bryan or whatever like that, and I love that he got his lick back going against Randy Orton because of everything that happened years ago. But shoot, to be fed to Brock like that, what are they gonna do? Because you have Jay, who's one of the only guys in the company that's capable of beating Roman. Now he's a champ. What y'all gonna do about that? Because I'm not sitting here saying I trust everything that WWE does as far as booking and stuff like that. So, see, I knew he was. Yeah, right. They could see, because some people were saying it. They was like, I could see Jimmy, or I could see Solo helping Jay. Like a lot of people said a lot of different things. I don't think this was the best way. A lot of people do. Sim in the building. Shout out to you. Nah, Jay should have lost, but not due to his brother help. They pushing this saga. It's too far. Roman need to fight somebody else. So yeah, he probably just not going against Samoans no more. Like that's the last Samoan he's gonna face for a while, unless The Rock comes for Survivor Series, which would possibly, I don't know, because the elders ain't even here. I'm still confused. How in the world? I'm looking for him. How in the world did the elders call for this match to happen and no elder showed up? I remember they were supposed to do tribal court and they scrapped the whole segment with everybody that's supposed to be related to him. I'm like, dog, that should have happened. Now y'all talk about tribal combat. What? It's okay, baby. Come here. Tribal court. He said, I don't even want to see Roman fight an Uso. See, I was looking for the elders at court. Like, cause I liked when they first did it to when he beat Jimmy and Alpha and Sika was there and they hold on, Maya. You said, can I sit down? Can I sit down? Whoa, this got wheels on. But yeah, come on. But yeah, I thought that was pretty good. But I know they got their own things going on and stuff like that. But man, he said that the elders called for this to happen. So, like I said, yeah, I think the finish it could have been done different. Heck, you could have had Paul. You could have had Paul do something. You know, it's still a numbers game or whatever like that. Be careful with that in my computer.
Ice.
It's right there.
Ice.
Huh?
Ice. I mean ice.
Did you find the elders yet?
No.
Where are the elders at?
APEIL.
No, not the letter L. Elders.
Oh. APGD elders. I can't see it.
You think they upstairs?
No.
The elders ain't upstairs, y'all.
I can't find it anywhere.
You think we'll see them tomorrow?
No.
I don't think we'll see them tomorrow neither. But yeah, overall, the show was okay. I think the finishes is what messes it up. And finishes are very important in wrestling matches because you can have a lot of great things going on, but if that finish is messed up, that'll take everybody's interest out of everything. Yeah, a lot of people was like, man, somebody got to come out. Like, Rikishi, 3 of your kids is beefing with each other. Like, 3 of your kids, man. Like, come on, man. Come get your nephew. Like, what's going on? But, I need a step with Jimmy trying to tag with Solo and Fella. I mean, that could work too, but it's like you still got to have whatever they doing resolved, unless you like switch somebody to another brand, like to Raw or SmackDown. So, yeah, C- overall. Yeah, I ain't even mad at that. I ain't mad at that. You can have a great match, but if that finish is trash, man, because you ain't gonna want to watch it no more. You ain't gonna want to watch it. You ain't gonna want to even look at it no more. And I don't think that it's any match besides Gunther I would really like watch again. Maya, I'm gonna make you go upstairs, okay? Because you keep moving. How you scooting? I'm the one in the chair. That's not funny. Whatever. But anyway, stop. You want to close it? Dominique crying about his dad and Rikishi know what. That's funny. Rikishi is nowhere to be found because he did it for The Rock. He didn't do it for his kids. He did it for The Rock. So he ain't do it for nobody else but The Rock. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I just think they just need to keep the course. Keep the course with Gunther with the Intercontinental title. Don't do that, Maya. Keep the course with the title and stuff like that. Let everything cool down, and let's see what happens with the other titles. Because I know that they got the draft and all that, and people are on assigned teams. But people get traded or people just show up randomly. Then it already broke the rules to the draft, so.
Up and down,
But yeah.
and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
It says salute to Sim.
Up and down.
But yeah, that's how I felt about SummerSlam. This is my off day, so I'll go back to work tomorrow after getting off of vacation. You're gonna have to stop, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
But for C3, C3 Ultimate Wrestling, that is that company that is in the corner. That's in this corner right here. I'm glad I did it the right way. I'm developing a team, and I'm grateful for that. Like people who are helping with people. Chill out. I think we had talked about the stop, Maya. We had talked about the women's match earlier. I liked the triple threat more than the MMA, but I did feel like the triple threat. The pacing was just a little off, especially with that finish. The finish could have been executed a little better. He said, "Poor Juicy." Wait.
No height.
You know, I hear C3 has some titles. Yeah, okay. I'll let you guys know. So, what are y'all doing with the C3 heavyweight? I think I heard you say. Yeah. Just amazing. He has a bad injury to his back, so unfortunately he had to vacate the title. So what we're going to do is on October 14th, our next show, the main event is going to decide our new C3 Ultimate Wrestling champion. Because of it. But we're still going to name the show. The show is still called The Amazing World in honor of him and everything he continues to do. And we are hoping, and that's my bro, that he gets better and comes back and fights back to the top. Sometimes we got to start over. Sometimes we got to redo it and things like that. So as you see at the top, it says new champ will be crowned. So it's going to be a lot of people in that battle royal. Over the top, the last one standing will be the new C3 Ultimate Wrestling champion. So they'll go into the year 2024 as the new champ because the Amazing World is our last show for the year. And like I said, we got debuts, we got fresh matches, we got some stuff lined up that we cannot wait to show you guys. Maya, stop. Go ask Cam to do it. You go ask Cam to do it. You're doing too much, man. But it's a CD Ultimate Wrestling. I like that. Quickly drinking Ultimate Wrestling. This is the title defaulted to me. If you're the last one, if you throw everybody else over the top rope, you're the last one standing, you will be the champ. Ronda match was embarrassing. Ronda got to get in the wrestling gym. Yeah, they tried. They tried to make it look legit, but it looked choreographed and it looked fake. It didn't look good at all. And I would have, if that's your friend and stuff, they should have made it look more legit than what they actually did. You know, I'm glad it was short though. It says Atlas will be the new C3 champion. Yep, it got some people that's gonna show up. They're gonna be in there. Who's gonna be our new champ? So that's like the major news for sure. You know, as we are praying for Just Amazing and everything that he continues to do. Like I said, I'm developing people that are helping me with a lot more stuff because I like the quality of wrestling that we provide, but I'm packaging it wrong, if that makes sense. I'm not presenting it right, you know, with camera angles and certain things for Twitch streams and things like that. I'm not presenting it right. I'm trying to make sure it looks great. The music, like I said, the last show, I pressed start 2 before I got in touch with the DJ. I had issues with audio. So now we got a DJ Dose. We got him. So, you know, Kevin, the Yellow Pill, not only is a commentator, he's helping me with camera angles and things like that. I got Mark Reconcile. He's helping me with a lot of things with production, you know. I still got to talk to Atlas. I still got to talk to that man about some stuff that I got to talk to, some insight. He has some great insight that I have to listen to. So it's just like, it's not just me, you know. I'm honored. My wife, she has a million ideas on how we should do things and how we should handle things and things like that. You know, we just still trying to keep the professional in professional wrestling. You get what I'm saying? Maya, if you bust that open, you're gonna get in trouble, okay? That's your only warning, ma'am. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm thankful for everybody that's supporting. I can't say thank y'all enough. Like a subscription, a like, a thumbs up. I enjoyed the show. It's dope. See? Look, there you go. You're doing that stuff again. I have to have a match against Atlas. First one to get up. I don't see recliner wins. I can't even do that now. I'm old. So
Yeah.
stop, Maya. Stop.
Ah.
So,
Ah.
but yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's going on that we're gonna take care of. I just wanted to kick it with you guys real quick because it's been a while. Treat that right. And you see my kids is acting up. So, like I said, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Noir. Shout out to Sim. Shout out to Marshawn. Shout out to Brett Martell. Dose. It's a lot of y'all. There's a lot of y'all that came kicking with me for a little bit, for a long time. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening to me about SummerSlam because I'm 2 days late, and I know a lot of people reviewed it or watching it and stuff like that. So thank you guys for spending time. Thank you for supporting C3. He said you don't want that. Been a pleasure. Glad I was well. Much love. Much love to you too, man. Much love to all y'all and everything like that. Make the best of y'all day. You want to say bye-bye? Say bye.
Bye.
All right, hold on. Say it. Hold on. Say it one more time.
Bye.
All right.
Me.
No.
Me.
All right, that's enough. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home. Say let's take it home.
Home. Me.